of the tape for our middleweight super fight between Jerry Bolander and Kevin Jackson. 9 years different in the age, and the weight and height are almost exactly the same. Bolander did say he has very strong wrestling skills, stronger than maybe Frank Shamrock's. To the octagon in the voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our middleweight super fight. Beginning with the fighter standing to my left. He is a submission fighter with a mixed martial arts record of 4-1. He is a UFC 8 semifinalist and UFC 12 tournament champion. Standing 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and weighing in at 199 pounds. He's fighting out of the Lion's Den in Lockport, California. Introducing Jerry Bolander. And his opponent, standing to my right, a freestyle wrestling champion, a 3-time national champion, a 3-time World Cup champion, and the 1992 Olympic gold medalist. He is also a veteran of UFC 14 and Ultimate Japan. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighs in at 199 pounds, fighting out of Gilbert, Arizona. Please welcome Kevin Jackson. And when the action begins, our referee is Big John McCarthy.
Well, Bolander said he's interested to find out the effect of the loss to Frank. Will Kevin Jackson be tentative and want to box for a while? We will soon find out. Bolander says he's been a fan of Jackson's for a long time. He remembers when he won the gold medal. But Terry Norris was a big fan of Sugar Ray's.
Here we go.
And he beat him. And here we go with Big John McCarthy.
Let's get it on!
Working his 18th UFC. The middleweight super fight is underway.
Well, Jackson said something very interesting. He said when he leads with his left foot, he's going to be boxing. He'll throw strikes. When he switches off and leads with his right foot, he's looking to shoot. Certainly, he must have practiced a lot of submission to try to see the recognition skills necessary to know when he's in danger and how to prevent that from happening. Bolander, master of submission out of the Lion's Den, submission wrestling. Their key, they obviously train with striking as well.
Good, keep working.
Bolander just 23 years old. And Jackson, his confidence is always with him. But I think he got a big kick in confidence as he takes the matchup to the ground. He got a kick in confidence with the victory in Iran.
Certainly that must have helped him in his wrestling view, but also any kind of victory like that will bolster anyone's confidence to go ahead and improve.
Doing good.
But as he said, the loss teaches you more than the win. In losing, you do that soul searching. You find a way. Looked as though Jackson caught him with a good punch there before finally taking him down.
Jackson in the guard of Jerry Bolander. As you mentioned, Bolander, the lead fighter from the Lion's Den now, running the day-to-day operations. But he was quick to point out he's not the pinnacle.
He's trying to bring that arm around and get Jackson's head. Jackson keeping his head out front, ducking that leg, not letting it happen. But there you saw Bolander go right away for the arm.
That arm has been locked before. Jackson wants to avoid it here tonight.
And again, for those who don't know, and it took me a while, when those legs come up like Bolander's doing now, that's when you're in danger. He's trying to wrap around the head because he's got one of the arms hooked up.
Working.
Jackson.
There it is. Oh.
Worked through it, but for how long? Jackson spins.
Bolander had him. Jackson did a great job to get out of there.
He had that arm extended.
Watch for a knee. Watch for a knee.
Looking good, gentlemen.
Bolander doesn't want to be here. This is Jackson's forte.
Work it
He's got
out
him
there.
caught in a sprawl underneath. He can go ahead and pound away here. Elbows to the back. As long as he keeps that head buried in the middle, he's not going to get taken down.
Would you say this is wrestler's territory now?
This right here is
Come on, let's
pure
work it
wrestling.
out, gentlemen. Let's go.
This is a classic wrestling position of a guy, and yeah, Jackson can do that. Bolander is not in good position, but boy, that's good power for Bolander to get to his feet.
And they're up to their feet. Jackson avoided a near result, which was his same fate in Ultimate Japan.
And the athletes at the Lions Den know their submissions. Bolander going right into basically is a half backward roll, going right up on the neck and the back of his head, bringing his legs straight up, looking to try to hook Jackson's head and really sink that submission lock.
Jackson has trained for the last year and a couple of months in martial arts extensively. Took a break from it to concentrate on the wrestling tournament. But he comes in excellent condition after fighting, as we mentioned, in Iran and winning the gold medal.
And he was on international news both in Europe and again over here, national news for the United States team, wrestling team, being the first ever to go to Iran in over 20 years.
Come on, let's work.
Well, they seem to want to stay separated here. They're not coming inside to engage. And again, Jackson catches him. There's the knee, but you see Bolander covering his head. He's not going to let Jackson do it.
Work it through.
Bolander was excellent in UFC 12 in Alabama 13 months ago when he won the tournament there.
Took his back.
Now Jackson with the right arm, trying to tuck it under.
He's looking for the leg now. Bolander wanted to go to the leg, but
good job,
Jackson did a nice job spinning out of it.
Bolander knew that Jackson would come in here very hungry tonight.
And you got to wonder, what did Jackson think when all of a sudden that arm was trapped and Bolander was looking to try to submit him? Jackson able to power his way out. Oh, Jackson able to get a couple good punches.
Oh, there's another shot. Bolander saw Ken Shamrock in the UFC and was transfixed. Got introduced to Ken's school by Bob Shamrock, signed up for a self-defense course, and then through the years has evolved into the leader of the Lions Den, with great respect for both the skills of Ken and Frank Shamrock.
Jackson doing a nice job of binding the arms of Bolander and getting in a good shot before Bolander, right there again.
Jackson is always sporting the red, white, and blue trunks.
Watch the fingers in the eyes. Let's go.
Big John McCarthy, Camarillo, California. Police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department.
Look like Jackson's trying to pass the guard here. Go to the mount.
Come on, let's go. Let's do something. Let's get busy.
This is our middleweight super fight.
Let's get busy.
Jackson's trying to work on the left arm of Bolander.
And it's easier to strike in the half guard than it is the full guard. When you get a shot of the legs, you'll see that Bolander has one of Jackson's legs right there in between it and locked up. Half guard, Jackson really can't move from there, but the position's good for Jackson to strike, but McCarthy says not enough action. They're brought back to their feet.
Over your corner, turn around, face me.
Past the midway point. Here in our middleweight super fight, 12 minutes
face me. Let's go.
With a 3-minute overtime.
Are you ready? Let's get it on. Come on.
And they resume again. And Bolander now trying to come up and catch Jackson. Jackson's got him in a headlock.
Watch the eyes. Get your fingers out of the eyes.
Bolander trying to spin and roll up with the knees. As Jackson now trying to work one of the arms of Bolander. question with Kevin Jackson. Does he have enough submission holds?
That's the question of any wrestler. Did you learn enough submission to finish an opponent when you get the opportunity? Jackson able to get to a full headlock here out to the side. Bolander now is doing what you need to do. Tie up his hips, and from here milk the position to come on top. Jackson needs to free his hips. He doesn't want Bolander to take his back.
Trying to work the left arm to free the hips.
And they're back to guard. We'll see if Bolander now is going to go ahead and look for Jackson's arm again.
Well, Jackson fought through a potential armbar earlier, and now Bolander fights through an adverse situation.
Here he cuts for the arm again. He's got it. Jackson needs to do there. He's able to pull out. But Bolander doing a nice job of threatening.
Good work, good work.
And again, Jackson in a position here to go ahead and possibly get a strike or two. He's got side mount. Bolander crosses his legs like that so he can't attain full mount. And again, he works to half guard. This is where Jackson's wrestling prowess really helps him. He knows how to control a person below him and keep him there. Bolander desperately wanting to move, create action, and through that action and flurry, find an opportunity for submission. Jackson is preventing him from doing that.
Under 3 minutes now remaining in our 12-minute regulation time period. Middleweight super fight. 3rd UFC for Kevin Jackson. 4th UFC appearance for Jerry Bolander.
Both the athletes now got to be feeling a little bit of exhaustion. We're starting to approach the 10-minute mark.
Now Jackson truly in the longest battle in the octagon of his career. He lost in 22 seconds to Shamrock, defeated Todd Butler in 128 with a double leg takedown and strikes thereafter, and beat Anthony Fricklin, both with ease in UFC 14 in the middleweight division with a chokehold at 45 seconds. But he has great conditioning, we know that.
Oh, touched by Jackson. Bolander having opened his mouth to get enough air here. They're both sucking wind now. And again, he's got him. He's got him.
And Jackson.
Jerry Bolander able to capture Jackson's arm.
And Jackson did not want to tap, Jeff. And John McCarthy said over and over, I can't let your arm break. Again, great refereeing in the octagon by John McCarthy, knowing the ultimate safety is the most important thing. Jackson did not want to tap, and McCarthy knew that the arm was in a very dangerous position.
Anyone knows submission, when that arm gets extended like that, you got the legs and 2 arms on that one arm. It is very, very dangerous that if you don't tap, it is going to go. Bolander, patient in the guard, maybe sensing Jackson got fatigued. You see Jackson putting his head down there, maybe breathing a little bit too hard. Bolander sensed that that might be an opportunity and immediately goes into that backward roll, traps the arm, and right there he's caught. Right there he's caught. John McCarthy making the call. Through this, now this is halfway through it, and right there you clearly see it. 2 legs, 2 arms against 1 arm. That's a no-win situation. Bolander, displaying tremendous submission skill, defeats Kevin Jackson.
You know, the interesting thing is how close we were